The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. I don't know why I look at the camera when I'm doing the intro like that. You can't see me. The microphone's over here. Hi, my name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for this 18th day of November, 2022. It's a Friday, and it's a chilly 36 here in town. Today's jersey is Wayne Gretzky, one of my all-time favorites. So I'm wearing him, although Gretzky, the Oilers, or the Kings aren't going to be on the stream today. So it's time for our triple header, our second stream of the week for Stone Cold Hockey. The Addams family continues. Next week it'll be all special programs for Thanksgiving and someone's 51st birthday. I'm not sure who that is. It's not my wife. So we'll be doing stuff for that. But hockey today and the Georgia Marriott Gurney Open from Pinehurst on Sunday. So regular programming today and Sunday. So this is game day 3. We'll have a couple teams, I think, that will have played 4 games on the schedule today. Today's doubleheader actually is the Nordiques. They will be featured in 2 of our 3 games, along with the Habs and the Bruins, the first time that they have met. And so it's a triple header of Stone Cold Hockey as the Addams family comes front and center next on Retro Sports Network. And Adams Division Hockey 91 is presented by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And so here's where we are after 2 triple headers. The Bruins are 2-1-0, and they have a 2-point lead over the surprising Nordiques. Montreal has only played 2 games. They have 2 points. The Sabres 1-2. Their games don't get moved to Detroit, unlike the Bills. And the Whale are 1-1 with 2 points. And yes, we do have ties enabled after we play a full 5 minutes of overtime. So, leading scorers going into the day's stream, Craig Gianni, 2 goals, 5 assists, 7 points for the Bees. Ray Bork with 6 assists, has 6. And then Ken Hodge, you think the Bruins are scoring a bunch? 3 goals, 2 assists. In fact, he had a hat trick his last game. He has 5 points. Everyone else is below that. Reggie Lemelin qualifies for the Dave Gardner Goaltender of the Year award with his 1 start. Patrick Waugh and Ron Tugnet with a goals against average, and we say against when we're talking hockey in Canada, at .303. Sidorkowitz at .377. Every kiss might begin with K, but you're kissing the goal with K Whitmore in net. He's the worst with .057, but he only allowed 1 goal. So with all that, we will do Quebec and Hartford first. Then Boston and Montreal will be game 2. So for Quebec and Hartford, this is their 3rd game of the season. And 2, the Al Red Sox fan, Orange Julius Shopping Mall and Civic Center we go in beautiful downtown Hartford. And again, it's Ron Tugnutt in the net for the Nords. I really need to get a Nords jersey. I should talk to my wife about that. And, of course, every kiss begins with K. Mwah! As K draws the stick for Hartford, and hopefully he won't be giving up 9 goals. All right, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's do this on a cold Friday here in Burlington. And hopefully wherever you are, the weather is better. So the puck is dropped. We take 2 minutes off the clock. 18 to go in the first period. It's going to be a scoring chance. Quebec, by the way, 1-9 on scoring chances. Hartford 10-20. And the puck battle barrier is 11. Shot is going to go to the Whale. Quebec has a defense of 2. It's a 15. Oh, now, of course, he's not here. He's not here to start. Zarly Zalapski is in alone on Tugnutt. And it's a slot chance. So Tugger's a 7. So a 0-46. And ZZ Top has legs and he knows how to use them. Score for Hartford. In the crease, it was a good pass from Carey Wilson. Randy Cunneyworth set that up, fed it over to Wilson, and Zarley Zalapski slapped it home, and the Whale go up 1-0. So here come the Nords. Well, actually, 2 minutes off the clock. We go to 16 minutes. It's going to be a puck battle, our first of the game. It's going to be a minor penalty on Kastelik for the Whale. So he delivered the hit, and Eric got called for the hold. So the Zalapski goal comes at 1:56 from Wilson and Cunneyworth. So Quebec on the power play. And the first chance is Guy Lafleur. LaFlower. Can he score? No. Oh, what a save by Whitmore. And Quebec will have to regroup. And this time it's Scott Pearson. Pearson. Oh! Hartford delivers the big hit, and Quebec's stamina is down to 8. So Quebec goes over on that power play. Next chance is going to be 1 minute later. 13 to go in the first period. 1-0 Hartford. Puck battle. Going to be a penalty this time on Hartford. Ron Francis gets called for being too aggressive, so they delivered the hit. Pesky Pole, how are you, Mike? Such a fun game. I'm not what you call a huge hockey fan. You're doing 83-84. You're playing Edmonton and the Bruins. Oh, you missed the open. I'm wearing a Gretzky jersey today. Good year for that. Bruins were good. Bruins were a very steady team through the 80s. And, of course, that's the first cup for... No, it's the second cup for Edmonton, right? Anyway, so it's going to be interference on Ronnie. So Quebec on the power play again. First chance is going to be Michel Petit. Petit. Oh, shorthanded counterattack. Here comes Scott Young. Young will score on a 0-35. Okay, the first one. So Edmonton wins the cup. Young. No. What a save by Tugnut. So here's Matt Sundin. 1-0 Whale. 11 minutes to go, first period. Stamina is greater than defense. It's going to be a point chance. So Sundin from the point. Blue line special. Whitmore is a 5-0-46. Oh, another save by Whitmore. He is redeeming himself quite nicely. Oh, Edmonton is scary. They also have no defense. When you have an attack of 11 and a defense of 2, yeah. It's Dean Smith basketball, 1984. So the power play is killed. Hartford is killed off 2 now. The next timing roll takes us down to 7 minutes. 1-0 Whale, first period. Puck battle again. And, oh, we're going to have a fight. So Quebec's stamina is less than 7, and so we're going to have a fight. Claude Loisel and Todd Krieger drop the gloves, 1 hit apiece. Oh, dear. So it's a quick, chaotic fight. Both players land a punch, but Krieger, the more experienced fighter, got the better of it. And so Hartford's control goes to 9-20 and deals a hit. So Quebec's stamina is down to 5. So Loisel and Krieger in the sin bin. Still 1-0 Hartford. Oh yeah, they are fun. There's some fun teams in here. Hope you're enjoying this. All Adams all the time. So we get down to 4 minutes. We're going to have a scoring chance. Now Quebec is down to 1-8. It's going to go to Quebec. How about that? Hartford has a 5 defense. Nope, Stéphane Morin. In alone, he shoots. It's a point chance. So with Whitmore in the net, 0-46. Scores! This one's tied. Whitmore, not the world's greatest goalie, but Quebec does the job that time, and it's 1-1. So Morin, his second of the season, I guess you can't call it a replay, from Tony McKegney, his first, And Matt Sundin has his second assist for the Nords. And with 4 to go, 1-1 to score. The timing rule says we're down to 1 minute here in the first period. Going to be a puck battle. And Quebec is going to get called for a hit and a penalty on Wolanin. So Wolanin gets called for interference. Loisel and Krieger are out of the box on the fight. It was Morin, by the way, at 15:06 from McKegney and Sundin on the goal. And the Whale go on the power play for the first time. First chance, Dean Evison. Evison, can he do it? Oh, a huge stop by Tugnut. And so that's the end of 1 period. The goals, Zalapski from Wilson and Cunningworth at 18:04. And then at 4:54, both goals even strength. Morin from McKegney and Sundin after 20 minutes. 1-1. So Kevin Dineen on the power play. Dineen scores. Dineen's third of the year puts Hartford up 2-1. Evison put the initial shot on Tugnut, and then the rebound bounced to Dineen, and Dineen just went through the 5-hole, and the Whale go up 2-1. So Dineen at 3 seconds. That's a pretty good quick shot. You too, enjoy the rest of your Friday and the weekend. So Dineen is third on the power play from Evison is first, and it's 2-1 Whale. Didn't even have time to get back in the seats after the face-off before having to sing Brass Bonanza. So the timing roll takes us down to 15. 4 minutes gone. Puck battle between these two teams. Ooh, a hard collision, and there is a Quebec Nordique down. Both teams take a hit. And who is out for the Nords? Oh, they're going to lose one more control. So it's 1-7 for Quebec. Hartford now 8-20. And Quebec's stamina is down to 4. Goodness gracious, Buffy St. Marie. We now take 5 off the clock. Halfway home in the game, 2-1 Hartford in the second. Scoring chance coming up. Going to be the Nords. Hartford's defense is a 5. It's going to be Sundin all by himself. Sundin on Whitmore. Scores! A comeback surge. If the team is trailing, they get the goal. Mark Vermette gets the assist here. And Sundin caught Kate Whitmore out for beer and pizza, and it's 2-2. So Sundin's goal comes at 9:07 of the second period, and it's it did. So 2-2 to score halfway home in the first of our triple header today. 1 minute off the clock. Scoring chance for Hartford, and that's because Quebec has lost a lot of stamina. Hartford trying to get ahead, and it's a clean chance by Sylvain Cote. Cote scores easily. A low, hard shot by Evison was kind of kicked in by Cote, but the refs didn't see it, and it's 3-2 Hartford. Evison has 2 assists on the day. So 9 to go in the second, and Hartford's up 3-2. This is 80s hockey to a T. Scoring chance or timing roll takes 5 off the clock. 4 to go here in the second period. Scoring chance coming up for the Whale. Quebec does play defense. They chase Pat Verbeek down. Verbeek. Both teams take a hit. So Hartford's down to 6. Quebec is down to 3. The Whale have worn Quebec down. Will we get another rollers period? Yes. Last minute of the second period. Scoring chance for Hartford. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Carey Wilson. Wilson with a good chance. He's got a chance in the slot. Wilson scores. No. He's a 7, so it's a save. So, oh, a magnificent save. Whitmore reached behind him. He thought it was in and realized that the puck was just before the line, and he covered it up with his other hand. So a good one here so far at the Al Red Sox Fan or Julia Shopping Center and Shopping Civic Center. 3-2 Whale. So the goals in the second period, Deneen at 3 seconds on the power play from Evison, his first assist of the year. Quebec tied the game at 9:07 of the second. Sundin, his second of the season from Vermette. And then at 10:54, Cote from Evison, Dean's second assist of the game, puts the Whale up 3-2. So no penalties in the second period that led to a power play chance. So 20 minutes to go. 3-2 Whale, and Quebec is one tired club. We take 1 minute off the clock, 19 to go in the game. It's a puck battle, and it's going to be a fight, war of attrition. Quebec is exhausted. It's going to be Darren Kimball and Ed Kastelik going at it on the ice, and it's a brief brawl. Kimball lands a quick hard shot before they both go down. So Quebec gains his stamina, and they're going to get an automatic chance here against Hartford. So good brawl, a smart one for Kimball as Quebec tries to tie this game. So here is the action roll. Matt Sundin. Sundin is in. Sundin has a chance from the point. Whitmore. 0-46. Sundin. No! Scores! Scores. It's a 3, not an 8, Ron. And I got to sneeze. Excuse me. Sundin has tied the game. A heavy slapper from the line makes it 3-3. Tony Herkick with 1 assist, his first, and Paul Gillis gets the other. So Quebec and Hartford open up the stream with a pretty good one. A couple fights, a couple goals, 3-3 the score. So 4 minutes left in the penalties to Kimball and Kastelik. We take 5 minutes off the clock, 13 minutes to go. Third period, 3-3 the score. Scoring chance coming for Hartford. And Todd Krieger coming in. Krieger on Tugnut. A chance from the slot. Tugger's a 7, so 0-46. Krieger scores. Hartford goes back and forth. A seesaw affair. Francis fed Krieger in the slot and just got it past the post on the left side as Tugnut couldn't get the pad over there fast enough to close the hole. So the Whale, 13 to go in the hockey game, lead 4-3. And for Francis, that's his second assist of the year. 13 minutes to go. Ooh, we take 6 minutes off. 7 to go in the third. Scoring chance coming for Hartford. Quebec, no D. Bobby Holik. Holik trying to make this a 2-goal game. He's got a chance in the crease. Holik, 0-58. Scores! 5-3 Whale. Dan, 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 dan. So Krieger, who's got a point, and Ron Francis set that up his third assist of the year, and with 7 to go, the Whale lead 5-3. So let's see what happens here. Hartford looking for their third and fourth point. We take 2 minutes off the clock. 5 minutes to go in the third period. Puck battle. These teams are tired, and it's a war of attrition. And we've already had the fight for that. And so Quebec is 2 and Hartford is 4. So let's see what we get for a timing roll. If it's a 3, we go to an empty net. So Tugnut looking to leave the net for the Nords. Too early. 4 to go. Scoring chance. Hartford. And it's Mikhail Anderson. Anderson trying to put this one away. He does! Oh, wicked slapper past Tugnut, and it's 6-3 Hartford. And that will put the squeeze on the Orange Julius here at the Red Sox Fan Center. Anderson, his first of the season. From Verbeek, his first assist. And Carey Wilson with his second. So the goals here, Hartford at one point was tied at 3 after Sundin got a second of the game. And then Krieger is second of the year from Francis. Holik at 12:05 from Krieger and Francis. And then Anderson a moment ago, we think puts that one out of reach, 6-3. So we're down to brass tacks time here, and a timing roll of 5 or over ends the game. Hartford looking pretty good right now to go 2-1 on the young season. We're down to 1 minute to go. Everybody's in the net. It's one more puck battle and another war of attrition, and everyone's there. And goodness gracious, they're just too tired to fight. But dentists all along the Trois-Rivières Valley and the Connecticut River are going to be quite happy at the result of this one. So do we get one more chance? Nope, the game is over, and Hartford broke it open in the third period. 3 straight goals to launch a 6-3 win. And again, in the third, Sundin and a minute 13 from Herkick and Gillis. And from Matz, he's going to be your number 3 star because he had 2 goals. Krieger from Francis. Krieger is second for the Whale at 6:09. Holik is first at 12:05 from Krieger and Francis. And so we'll give Francis the second star. Anderson from Verbeek and Wilson close the ledger at 15:01. So Todd Krieger gets the number 1 star. Didn't he have an assist? I could have sworn he had it. No, Dean Evison had 2 assists. So it's going to be, what did I say? For Quebec, Sundin is a number 3 star. Krieger with the goal and assist is the number 2 star. And then Dean Evison had 2 assists, and so he's your number 1 star because you know what? He's probably not getting another number 1 star all year. All right, so that's the first of 3 here. And so now we go to the Forum in Montreal for the Bruins and the Habs. And it will be Patrick Waugh versus Andy Moog here. Both teams are back-to-back, technically. We'll go with Chabot. We'll give him one of his starts. Waugh only played half the games. I'd like to use Waugh on them all, but then don't want to be accused of being biased now. So Chabot is a 6, Moog is an 8. And I'm going to take a quick drink, and then we'll get right to it. All right. So from the Forum in Montreal, the Bruins are 2-1. The Habs are 1-1. And we start taking 1 minute off the clock. Bruins are favored in this one. 1-9 control for Boston, 10-20 for Montreal. Puck battle to start the game. Enforcer table, yep. Both teams have those. And it's going to be a hit delivered by Boston but no penalty. We take 1 more minute off the clock. 18 to go in the opening period. Again, it's a puck battle. Oh, minor penalty and injury check. And the Bruins have a +1 aggression. So the Bruins' roll is a 17. Montreal's is a 15. So it's going to be a Boston penalty. And who's going down? It's going to be Montreal's going to lose 1 attack and 1 power play. And it's going to be, surprise, surprise, Chris Nyland, who got called for the hook. I'm just calling him Captain Hook at this point. So Montreal on the power play, just the start of things. Russ Courtnall, first chance for the Habs. But a big save is made by Andy Moog. And the Bruins clear. Now it's Stefan Lebeau. Lebeau. Another big save by Andy Moog. Oh, he stood tall in the net. And both chances are taken care of. Now the timing roll says we take 6 minutes off. 10 minutes to go in the first period. Scoreless tie at the Forum. Another puck battle. Agitator table. We got ourselves a chance for Sylvain Turgeon. There's no agitators on the Bruins. Turgeon on an 8. Scores 0-39. Turgeon! Oh, an easy stop for Moog, who's had 3 good chances stymied. Montreal is doing what it can, but Andy Moog is standing tall. We take 1 minute off. 9 to go in the first period. Another puck battle. And Montreal gets called for the penalty. Mike McPhee puts the Bruins on the power play as he tripped Ray Bourque. And you don't trip Ray Bourque. So Quebec and the Sabres on the next game. Craig Janney, the leading scorer on the season. First power play chance is in the crease. Chabot is god-awful. 0-65, and he scores. It wouldn't have mattered who. Turnover in the zone. Janney skates it in the crease. Goes under the left shoulder of Chabot, and it's 1-0 Boston. His 3rd of the year, and that is unassisted. So the Bruins get on the ledger first. 8 minutes to go, first period. Takes 6 minutes off. Down to 2. Puck battle. We've had a lot of those. And Boston gets called. Chris Nyland. Are we surprised at that, boys and girls? No. He gets called for a trip. Who did he trip? Stefan Lebeau will say he tripped. And so Nyland gets his second penalty of the game. And Montreal has 2 cracks at this. Stéphane Richer has the first. Richer in the slot. 0-39. Oh, a good save by Moog. Again, 4th good chance for Montreal, and Moog has turned them all away. Now Guy Carbonneau. Carbonneau trying to break the spell. And oh, another big save by Andy Moog. And in the words of Madonna, who you looking at? Moog. Goalie's where you find them. So Craig Janney, the lone goal in the first period, is 3rd for the Bruins, and they lead 1-0. Chris Nyland has given Montreal 2 power play chances, and Montreal 0 for 5 with good chances against Andy Moog. Moog. So the Bruins, after 20 minutes, 1-0. So the Bruins 1-9, Canadians 10-20. Stamina 9 for Boston, 7 for Montreal as we start the second period. 5 minutes come off the clock. Yet another puck battle. Minor penalty check. Bruins are going to be +1. So it's going to be 14 for the Bruins, 5 for Montreal, and it's Carter that gets called for interference at 5 minutes. And so Montreal going on their third power play with a chance. And Bogue is doing his job. J.J. Daniel has the first chance. And another big save by Andy. Goodness gracious. Buffy St. Marie. 6 big stops for Moog. Carbonneau this time around. Yee! Scores! They finally get past that. What a game, though, for Moog. Brunet passed it to Odeline. Lyle hasn't taken any dump penalties yet. Lyle put the first chance on Moog. It just trickled away enough for Carbonneau to slam it home. His second of the season from Odeline and Brunet. And it's 1-1. The score. We take 6 minutes off. 7 to go here in the second period. Going to be a scoring chance for Montreal. Bruins defense has a 6. Note Todd Ewan. Speaking of lots of punches thrown, Ewan scores! The Bruin defender just kind of left it. And LeFay fed Ewan for his first of the year. And Montreal goes up 2-1. A surprise here. LeFay's third. And because we're halfway through the stream, we'll finish the rest of the second period right after this. As soon as I find my mouse. I lost my mouse. All right, joining us late, we had Hartford beat Quebec 6-3 in the first game, and pretty much halfway through game 2. A productive second period for Montreal. Carbonneau on the power play is second from Odeline and Brunet, and then Ewan from LeFay to make it 2-1. Turnover in the zone by, let's say, Don Sweeney, and that just didn't go very well. So 7 to go in the second. Habs 2, Bees 1. We take 1 minute off the clock. Scoring chance coming for Boston this time. Montreal has a 6. Nope, Glenn Wesley. Wesley scores! Off of Chabot's, padded in. Wesley, just a hard shot. His second of the season from Weimer, who gets a second assist, and Dave Christian. And this game, with 6 to go in the second, is tied at 2. We take another minute off the clock. 5 to go. Puck battle coming here. Uh-oh. We got either a major misconduct, a double minor, or a major penalty on the split. So 1 and 2 is a major misconduct, 3 to 5 a double minor, and a 6 or above, and it's a 5-minute power play. It's going to be a double minor. And so Montreal Stamina's about to go to 4. We think the Bruins roll a 9, maybe not. And Montreal rolls an 11. So Desjardins gets called for the butt ending. I won't touch that one. So Desjardins gets called for it, and the Bruins have a double minor. And the Bruins stamina is now 7. So Wesley First try on the power play. Oh, and Montreal has killed the first of the double minors. So the second power play coming up. Dave Christian. Montreal killed the first, but they can't kill the second. Skirko with a hard shot that trickled away from Chabot, and Christian already has 4 goals in 4 games, and he scores to make it 3-2 Boston. Craig Janney had the first shot on Chabot, and Skirko couldn't put it past, but Christian couldn't. For Janney, that's his 6th assist. So at 17:24, Christian is 4th from Skirko, and Janney and the Bruins go up 3-2. After Desjardins butt-ended someone with a stick. Do we get another roll? Yes, we do. 1 to go here in the second. Another puck battle. Minor penalty check. Bruins 3. Chances are this is on Montreal. And I'd be right, as Tom Chorsky delivers the hit and then gets called for the trip. You don't trip Ray Bourque. So the Bruins will get 2 more cracks at this. Skirko, to end the second period, scores a one-timer from Davey Poulin. Wesley behind the net fed Poulin, and then Skirko in front of the net, and the Bruins take advantage of Montreal's silly penalties to go ahead 4-2. There are 5 goals in that period. So let's go through them. It was 1-0 Bees after 1. Then Carbonneau on the power play, his 2nd of the year from Odeline and Brunet at 6:15. Ewan, Todd Ewan, he's not going to get many goals. He get one from Lefevre at 12:08, and it was 2-1 Montreal. Wesley tied the game at 13:46 with the second from Weimer and Christian. And then Christian, that was Dave's first assist. He scored his 4th goal on the power play on the double minor by Eric Desjardins. His 4th from Skirko and Craig Janney, and then Skirko on the power play from Poulin and Wesley on the Chorsky penalty. And so after 40 minutes, it's 4-2 Bruins. We start the third. 3 off the clock. Another puck battle. Hard collision, and there's an injury for the Bruins. No penalty, but the Bruins' attack is down 1. First meeting between these two ancient rivals. They'll meet 10 times in the season. We take 5 off the clock. Another puck battle. Minor penalty check. Someone's going on the power play. Bruins roll a 10, Habs roll a 16, and Guy Carbonneau gets called for it. So the Bruins again, Carbonneau 2 minutes for slashing. And this time it's Ken Hodge. He had a hat trick in the Bruins last game. Hodge. Deflected pass along the boards, and the Bruins will have to set it back up. 10 to go here in the third. 4-2 Boston. Hodge again, and Montreal will kill. So a good kill for the Habs. And we take 4 minutes off the clock. 6 to go here in the third period. Yet another puck battle. Minor penalty check. Bruins roll a 7. Montreal a 3. So Glenn Wesley takes the trip. Not a very friendly game, but you wouldn't expect it from the Bruins and the Habs. And so Montreal again on the power play. Andy Moog has done his job. He has stopped 6 great chances. Denny Savard with a first. Savard deflected pass, and the action grinds along the boards. Montreal regroups. It's Chorsky. 4 minutes to go. Chorsky. And again, the Bruins defense, they didn't even let Moog see the puck. and they clear, and that'll kill it. This looks like a modern Canadiens game with a power play. So a roll of 3 or higher will empty the net for Chabot. Well, 3 to go. Puck battle. Agitator table. Here we go again, and it's a 5. Oh, it's going to be a chance for Corson. They don't have the Bruins don't have the agitator. Corson in alone in the slot. 0 to 39, 59. Again, Andy Moog, his defense has done wonders, but he has been their best defenseman for sure. So a 1 puts it down to 2. If not, Chabot leaves. 2! How many chances is Montreal going to get? Scoring chance for Montreal. Mike Keane, heavily pursued by the Bruins. Gritty play in the crease, and Boston gives up a hit. Chabot comes out. They trail by 2. 40 seconds gone. Richer, a minute 20 to go. Richer trying to figure out something. Won't do it there. Bruins clog the lanes. Habs regroup. This time along, 20 seconds to go. So the Bruins are going to go 3-1. Courtnall, no shot. Will Montreal at least get one more? Will they in a 1? Yes, they do. LeBeau to make it close. Yes, they do. It's not an empty net goal for Montreal. A slapper. Deflection in the crease. So Peterson put on the first shot. LeBeau tapped it home. Desjardins gets the other assist, and that's just a garbage time goal for the Habs as the Bruins move to 3-1 in this season with a 4-3 win over Montreal. It's not an empty net goal. They score with 1 second to go. I gotta mention this to Richard. So LeBeau is first from Peterson and Desjardins. And so let's see, who are our 3 stars? Well, we're going to give Montreal star to, well, nobody, because it only had, we'll give it to Todd Ewan, because he's not going to get many stars ever. He had a goal. It'll be, we'll give Janney the 2nd star. He had a goal and a 6th assist. He has 9 points on the season. And the number 1 star, Andy Moog, who stood on his head while the Bruins gave up too many stupid penalties, Chris Nyland. And so Andy Moog stopped 7 tremendous chances, and for him, he gets the number 1 star. Bruins moved to 3-1, Montreal 1-2. And so the last game of the day goes to Le Colisée for the Sabres and the Bruins. I mean for Quebec, because everyone gets 1 shot in the replay, or per stream day. And we'll do Hartford and Montreal when we get together a week from Wednesday. So Malarchuk and Tugnutt again? Yeah, why not? Both goalies are 7. Both teams are 1-2-0. Quebec does not have any agitators or enforcers. Buffalo has 2 enforcers. We drop the puck. And it's 18. So 2 minutes gone. Scoring chance. Buffalo 1-11. The Nords 12-20. It's a 7. It's Buffalo. Quebec's defense is horrible. Mike Ramsey, right off the get-go. Slot chance. Ramsey 0-46. 73. Saved by Tugger. 6 minutes gone. 12 to go in the first period. First puck battle in this one. And both teams make a hit. and set the table for what might come. We take 1 minute off. 11 to go. Scoring chance. Sabres. It's going to be Howard-Chuck. Dale in the crease. 0 to 58. 60. Oh, goodness. Tugnut. Oh, he saw that all the way, which is the only way he can make a stop like that. 11 to go. Now 10. Puck battle. Agitator table. This won't work for anybody. It's going to be a scoring chance for Turgeon because Quebec couldn't stop it. Turgeon in the slot. 0 to 46. No. Tugnut looking sharp. 10 to go in the first. No score. Now 9 to go. Scoring chance. Sabres. Benoit Og. Og by himself. Benoit scores! A breakaway. Foligno stole it. He saw Hogue streaking over the blue line and past Tugnut, and it's 1-0 Sabres. So Hogue's second of the year from Foligno his third. So the Sabres trying to get out to get their third and fourth point to 2-2. Quebec has played tough. Not many blowouts. 4 to go in the first. Scoring chance coming up for the Nords. No D. Michel Petit. Oh. Chance in the slot, but the pass was over the stick at Petit and nothing doing. Sabres. 1 minute to go in the period. Another puck battle. And both teams deliver a hit. And that's the end of the first period. So 20 minutes gone here at the Colisée. Sabres 1, Nordiques nothing. So Hogue at 10:49 get on the board first, his second of the season from Foligno, who was his third. No penalties. That led to any scoring chances anyway. So second period. Malarchuk and Tugnut, the goalies here. 6 minutes gone. Scoring chance for the Nordiques. Mike Huff. No. Well, maybe. Attacking stamina 6 or more. Huff. 0 to 58. Huff can't tie it up. Great save by Malarchuk, who did very well his years here in Quebec. Malarchuk sends that one aside. 1 minute gone, 13 to go. Scoring chance for the Sabres. Alexander McGillney rises, fires in the slot. McGillney, 0 to 46. No. So the goalies have a hot hand here. Tugnut and Malarchuk. 13 to go. 1 minute off the clock. Scoring chance. Nordiques. However, Paul Gillis is being closely shadowed by the Sabres, and Buffalo delivers the hit. We all regroup. 12 minutes to go. 1 minute off the clock again. Puck battle. Oh, it's a makeup call on Hogue. Buffalo didn't have the amount. Buffalo had the fewer penalty minutes, and they get the makeup call. Dave Gardner points at the future Hab and goes, "Go sit." So Hogue, it's the first penalty in the hockey game. Gets a minor for a trip. So the Nords on the power play. Halfway home here in the second. Lafleur. And the building buzzes. Lafleur scores! His first of the season. A one-timer tape-to-tape perfect pass from Brian Fogarty. His second assist. And Joe Sakic His first assist to make it 1-1. And LaFleur without the helmet. Hairline starting to recede, but gets a standing ovation from the throng here at Le Colisée. We take 6 minutes off the clock. 4 to go in the second period. Scoring chance. Sabres in a 1-1 tie. Rick Vive. Revive with Vibrant. Rick Vive tries to score. He didn't quite break the stick. He's in the slot. He scores. Doug Bodger gives him the 1 assist. For Bodger, it's his third. Vive his first goal of the season. And it's 2-1 Sabres. Four to go. Last roll of the second period. Puck battle. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We get the split. So it's either major misconduct, a double minor, or a 5-minute power play. It's going to be a double minor check here. So aggression's the same. And 2 hits. It's going to be on Quebec. Yep. Finn, not Hook, gets called for that. And after 40 minutes, the Sabres about to do a double minor with a 2-1 lead. So a high stick for Finn. The goals, LaFleur on the power play to make it 1-1 Quebec. His first from Fogarty and Sakic. And for Buffalo at 15-15, Vive from Bodger to make it 2-1. So McGillney gets the first crack at this as we start the third period. Oh, and Quebec makes a big save and clears. Buffalo might get 4 bites of the cherry here. Benoit Hogue gets the second one, and Quebec clears and delivers the hit. So the first penalty is gone. Finn still in the box. Here's McGillney again. McGillney on a third try. Slot chance for McGillney. 0-46, 64. So that's 3 killed by the Nords. The last chance goes to Christian Ruutu. Ruutu. No, he can't do it. And Quebec killed all 4 scoring chances for the Sabres. See if Quebec can get some momentum out of this. 16 to go. We take 4 minutes. It's a puck battle. It is a battle back, so Quebec is going to have a chance. Joe Sakic in alone. Sakic. Oh, he was open in the slot, but the pass didn't get it, and Buffalo will regroup. 12 to go. 2 minutes gone. Puck battle. Crash the net. Higher result deals 1 hit and 1 hit if they also have enforcers. So this could also possibly do a crease chance. The Sabres roll a 14. Quebec delivers the hit, and it's Claude Loisel. Tries to knot this puppy up. He does! He does! It was Joe Sakic who delivered the hit, fed Loisel, and with 10 to go, we're tied at 2. Sakic, not necessarily a defensive genius, but they delivered the hit. And Loisel, his first of the season at 9:09. Sakic has both of his assists in this game. A dandy here from Le Colisée. 10 to go. 9 to go. Scoring chance. Sabres. Christian Ruutu again. Ruutu scores! Howard Chuck just gave They had a 3-on-2, Vive, Howardchuk, and Rutu, and Howardchuk just passed it back to Rutu, who slammed it home, and the Sabres go up 3-2. So 9 to go. 3-2 Buffalo. 6 to go. Another puck battle, and we're going to crash the net. Who's crashing the net? It's going to be Quebec. And Lafleur, can he get a second of the game? Lafleur crashes the net. Oh, and can't score. Easy save for Malarchuk. 6 minutes to go. Down to 2 minutes left. Another puck battle. Agitator table. This won't help the Sabres. Scoring chance for Benoit Hogue. Color me wrong. Hogue, 0-46, scores easily. His third of the year from Dave Snuggerud is first. So Quebec couldn't agitate the Sabres, and the Sabres took full advantage as Ron Tugnut takes his Gatorade bottle and goes to the bench in an empty net situation. So 4-2 Sabres. They are 2 minutes away from going 2-2 and having 4 points on the season. We take a full minute off the clock. McKegney. Save made by Malarchuk. Nords regroup. We'll get one more chance and one more chance only. So the Sabres are going to get the 2 here. We're in for garbage time, and that be that. So the Sabres win this one 4-2. And that was a big goal by Benoit Hogue from Snuggerud for the win. So third period goals, Loisel from Sakic at 9:09. Joe was our third star. Rutu from Howardchuk and Vibe at 10:09 is the game winner. And Hogue from Snuggerud put the puppy away. And so our second star is going to be Joe Sakic, because he had 2 assists. Why not? Actually, no, I think, didn't I give Sakic a star? You can't have 2 stars. Guy Lafleur, for goodness sakes, gets the second star because he scored. But Benoit Hogue, 2 goals on the game, was enough to give the Sabres a 4-2 win. So that's all the games that we got for you today. So the triple header today, Hartford beat Quebec 6-3. The Bruins beat the Canadiens 4-3 in Montreal. And then Buffalo beat Quebec 4-2. So the next time we're together, again, a week from Wednesday, Hartford, Montreal, Buffalo, Boston, and Quebec in Montreal. Standings. After 3 game days, the Bruins have 6 points. They've scored 18. They've allowed 14. They're 2-0 away from the Garden. Hartford at the Al Red Sox Center is 2-0. They're 2-1. Buffalo 2-2. They've scored 15, allowed 15. Montreal 1-2. They've only scored 9 goals in 3 games. It's typical Montreal Canadiens hockey. 1-1 on the road. That was their home opener. They lost to the Bruins, by the way. In Quebec, kind of the hind end here on this replay, 1-3. They have scored 12 and allowed 16. So Craig Janney is your leading scorer. He has 3 goals and 6 assists. Ray Bourque did not score in their game. And Joe Sakic now has 6 points, 4 goals, 2 assists. And there's a bunch of people with 5 points. Who's the naughtiest boy? Well, it's Pat Verbeek. He has 25 penalty minutes. Oh, I probably should move the mouse. Yeah, I thought I'd shut that off. Stephen Finn, 23. Mike Huff, 22. Nyland and Ray with 19. Kimball, 17. Hogue with 16. Leading goalkeeper now is Patrick Watt, because he didn't play. He's only allowed 3.03 per game. Annie Moog, what a fantastic effort against Montreal. 2-1 on the season with a 3.36. He and Clint Malarchuk. And Ron Tugnutt has played every moment for Quebec, so we'll have to make sure that that's not there again. Okay. Well, thanks you so much for watching. We'll have golf for you Sunday, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, the George and Marianne Gurney Open, and then hockey returns after the holiday. I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you the next time. So long, everybody.